Hi everyone, so welcome back. This week we're working on arm balances. There's heaps of side planks and variations of crow, which should be quite fun. Now, if you've got painful wrists, you can drop a forearm or drop a knee in all the side planks. And crow, you can just do your malasana squat or even some sun salutations while we're working on crow if you can't be on your hands like that. That's totally fine, but just enjoy your practice. If you've got any questions before we start or even after, go ahead and just write to me, send me your questions. And just always know that I've always got a playlist with these classes, which I'll put in the comments below, so they're on my Spotify. You can use any of my yoga playlists, any 45-minute playlist to go with this. And just make sure whenever you're pressing play, press play as soon as we start to breathe. All right then, I'm going to put my little microphone just out of the way. Okay. We're going to start with a variation of holotropic breath. So it's very simple. You can lay down or sit up. Now, if you're quite tired, it's a good idea to lay down. If you get dizzy, lay down, just so you don't fall down. This breath, all you're going to do is open your mouth really wide, take a deep breath in, and then just let it fall away. Nice and simple. So if you can't breathe in and out of your mouth because it tickles your throat, just close it, that's fine. And it sounds like this. Okay, let's go. So close down your eyes. Firstly, the intention for this practice is simply gratitude. It brings you into the moment. It helps to remind you of how abundant you already are. And as the saying goes, or as the universal law goes, we get what we focus on. So focusing on what you're grateful for is a great start for this practice, so you draw in more to be grateful for. All right, take a deep breath in. Let it go. And now let's start. Wide open mouth if you can. Keep going. Nice full breaths in. Just let it go gently. Keep going. going. A little bit longer. Two more. Deep breath in. Let it go. Now a deep breath in. Hold it 30 seconds if you can. Ten seconds. Let it go. Now find a nice rhythm with your breath. Let it wave in and out of you. Reconnect with your intention of gratitude. Now, if you're laying on your back, hug your knees into your chest and rock side to side. We're going to meet in child's pose, Balasana. So knees nice and wide. Let your chest melt down between your knees. So you're opening up your upper spine here. You might stack your hands or reach forward. If you're on your back, just get here slowly. Take 2 more deep breaths. Now lift your head, bring your knees together, grab your 2 blocks and place them next to your thighs, just behind your knees. We're going to do 3 lifts of 5 counts. So blocks just next to your thighs, behind your knees. If you don't have blocks, that's okay. Just press through your palms or your knuckles. Now let's lift onto your toes. You can lift your feet if you want to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Little flash of the hands, releasing your wrists. We're going to lift again. So either once again, lift your feet or try to lift your right foot this time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little roll of the wrists. 1 more lift. This time lift both feet or the left foot. Really push all of your weight into your upper body, into your arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, and down on 1. Now, place the blocks just to the front of your mat. Come into high plank. Make sure your bottom is shoulder level. Step to the right, gently. Back. Another 5, 4. To the right again. 3, 2, 1. Other side to the left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come to down dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Just walk out your feet. Press one heel down and then the next. Let your head just hang. Now walk your hands back to your feet at the back of your mat. Your feet are hip width. Hold your calves, pull your head down. Take a breath. Let it go. Bend your knees, roll yourself up to stand, arms sweep up overhead, draw your palms in the heart center, reconnect with your intention. Think of something or more things that you're grateful for. Especially something about yourself that you're grateful for. Now sweep your arms high as you open your eyes, sink down into your chair. If you've got a tight back, you might round your tailbone under, give it a little stretch, go lower. If you want to go really low, go for it. For me, this stretches my lower back, so I like to go really low. Fold over your legs, roll back to stand, arms sweep high, and again, sink into your chair. Utkatasana, bit lower. Now really low if you can, if you want to. Fold over your legs, Uttanasana, roll to stand one more time. Arms sweep up, sink down into chair. Really sit back into your heels, arms next to ears. As low as you want to go here, and then hands to the floor. Walk forward into your down dog. Then either walk your feet forward or hop to the front. Bring your big toes to touch. Halfway lift, little deadlift, Ardha Uttanasana, squeeze on your glutes. Fold down, Uttanasana. Then slowly roll up your spine to stand. Arms sweep up overhead, palms join and fold straight back down. We'll keep moving now. Half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. High plank, straight to low, Chaturanga. Shoulders elbow height. Pause. 3, 2, 1. All the way down, Cobra. Shoulders back, chest forward. Squeeze on your glutes. So this is your Cobra, remember? Legs are down, arms are bent. Up dog, if you want to take it. Legs lifted, arms straight, chest forward. Squeeze on your thighs. Now, if this is too strong, or any back bends like this are too strong during the practice, Cobra or up dog, just take push-ups instead. That's what I'm going to do. Downward facing. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step or hop to the front. Halfway lift. Exhale, bow, folding in half. Inhale, rise. Fold. Lift halfway. Vinyasa, step to high plank or float straight to low if you like. Back bend or push up. Breath in. Down dog, lift your hips up, lift your heels, bend your knees, step or float to the front. Halfway lift, squeeze on your glutes, exhale to bow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Back bend or push up. Down dog, hips up. We'll go one more round. Lift heels, bend knees, step or hop to the front. Half lift. Fold. We rise. And bow. Lift halfway. Step or float. Back bend or push up. Downward facing dog. Now right leg high, squeeze on those right glutes. Step forward and drop your back knee. Reach straight up, sink your hips slightly forward. If you like, you could bring your palms together. Maybe even look up to your thumbs. Now half Hanumanasana, your half splits. Use your blocks here if you're struggling to straighten a leg or reach the floor. Pull these toes back towards you. Take another breath. Bend the knee, crescent lunge. So your back knee's lifted now. Sink down. Push your back heel back. It's going to get more into this left hip. Take another breath. Arrowhead. Lean over the front leg, reach behind you. Squeeze on the back thigh, squeeze on your belly. Pull your shoulders back, chest forward. Nice strong pose here. Back heel down, warrior two. Bend into the right knee. Just make sure your right toes face forward. Make sure your back toes face sideways. We're going to be going back and forth in warrior two. Keep those back toes facing sideways. Sink low. Now palms touch overhead. Turn your right toes to the side. Back of your mat, warrior two. Make sure your left toes face in that direction. And now your back toes, which are your right toes, are facing off to the side. Reverse your warrior here. Keep the left knee bent. Extended side angle. You could have the left arm on the leg or hand to the floor. I've got my knuckles on the floor. Reach your right arm past your ear. If you can't, just reach up. Now, if you've got your hand inside the foot like mine, make sure the knee is bent and you're pushing the knee outward with the back of the arm. Take a deep breath. Reverse your warrior again. Left arm back. Cartwheel your right hand to the floor next to your left foot, so you're at the back of your mat now. Reach your left arm up for your twisted low lunge. Take a deep breath. Side plank. Take that left leg back. You can stack the feet. You can have the left foot in front. You can even drop this right knee under the hip, so you don't really need this front hand, the arm much. But if possible, lift the foot. Fallen start. Bring your knee to your nose, hand to floor. Kick to your right side. Reach your right arm up, and then if you can, reach it overhead. Really get that foot in front of your hip, maybe even higher up near the hands. You can turn your chest towards the ceiling. Then, knee to nose, back into your side plank, Vashisthasana. Lift the hand, maybe lift the leg. Vinyasa, high plank to low. Back bend or push up. Down dog, hips up. So you're still at the back of your mat, left leg high. Lunge, drop the back knee. Arms reach up, maybe your palms join, maybe you look up. Straighten out this left leg. I'm just going to grab that microphone, I think it'll be better over here. Okay. Straighten that left leg. Pull your toes back towards you, bow your head down. Crescent lunge, so bend the front knee, lift your back knee and reach up, send that back heel back again. Arrowhead, so lean over your left leg, squeeze on your core, squeeze on the back thigh. You want to really open up your chest here. Back heel is down, warrior two. Peel your right arm back, sink into your left knee more. Give yourself that high five, and now to the front of your mat, warrior two. Great. From here, reverse your warrior, reach behind you, extended side angle, just like you did on the other side, left arm overhead, push the knee out with the back of the arm. It's okay to have your right arm resting on top of the leg, so do that if you need to. But don't just collapse, don't be lazy. Make sure you're working in this pose, opening up. Reverse your warrior again. Keep the knee bent, reach back. Now left hand to the floor, right arm high, your twisted low lunge. Knife edge of back foot down, side plank, Vashisthasana. Fallen star, bring the hand to the floor, your knee to nose. Kick over to your left side. Left arm reaches overhead or straight up. But make sure this foot is not down the bottom of your mat. Make sure it's in front of your hip or even higher, so you can turn your chest to the ceiling. Now, knee to nose, we're going back to side plank. Right arm lifted, maybe right leg lifted if you can. Take a breath. Vinyasa, high plank to low. Push up and back bend. Down dog. We'll pace it up now. So, picking up the pace, lift your right leg high. Exhale to lunge. Anjaneyasana, back knee down, reach. Fold over your front leg, half split. Bend the front knee crescent. Arrowhead, reach behind. Warrior two, left arm back, bend the right knee. High five, touch palms to the back of your mat, warrior two. Virabhajasana two. Reverse your warrior, reach behind, extended side angle, right arm forward. Reverse once again, left arm back. Twisted low lunge, right hand to the floor, left arm to the sky. Side plank, left leg high maybe, or stacked. Fallen star, knee to nose, then kick over to your right side. Take up as much space as you can. Knee to your nose, back to your side plank, left arm up, left leg back, maybe up. Vinyasa, high to low plank. Push up or back bend. Downward facing. Left leg high. Low lunge. Drop the back knee. Reach, option to join your palms, option to look up. Half Hanumanasana, half splits. Straighten the leg bow. Crescent, bend the front knee, reach. Arrowhead, reach behind. Warrior two, bend the left knee. High five, turn to the front, warrior two. Reverse your warrior, right arm back. Extended side angle, left arm forward. Take a breath. Reverse, right arm behind. Twisted lunge, left hand down, right arm up. Side plank, nice and smooth and controlled. Knee to nose, fallen star. Kick over to your left. Take a breath. Knee to chest, nose. Again, side plank. Right arm up. Vinyasa, high to low plank. Push up or back bend. Downward facing. Step halfway up your mat. Grab your two blocks. Bring your blocks next to your feet and make sure they're like half on, half off the mat. Keep your hands on your blocks and step your feet to the back. So now you're in like a half down dog. Remember that lift we did at the start? Actually, we're going to do it again so you do remember. Bring your shins to the floor. Your blocks are next to your legs. We're just going to lift for 3 counts so you remember what that feels like. So push down like you're trying to touch your upper back to the ceiling. and lift your shins. Really push strongly down into the blocks. All the weight in your upper body. So come down. Remember that lift, because we're going to do it in a different way. So come to your short down dog with your hands on your blocks. You might not need blocks for this. We're just going to float through. Shoulders over hands. Do that lift, that push away, like you just did. Look slightly forward, knees to chest, and try to land on your bottom and then your feet. So bottom, feet. All right, if you can't do that, just try and get one leg through at a time. But remember, the lift is going to help you massively. 2 more. Let's go. Take it back. Shoulders over hands. Push the floor away. Do that lift. Knees to chest. Keep lifting. Bottom, feet. 1 more time. You've got this. If you've got thicker blocks than me, you could probably lift them to the medium height. That can help you. All right. Shoulders over hands. Push the floor away. Knees to chest. Bottom, feet. All right. Blocks to the side for a moment. Tiny bit of core. You could do this if that's enough. You could lift your feet if that's enough. Or try to pistol grip your hands. Lean back. Bring your legs wide and crisscross. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, bring your knees in. Let's meet in Utkatasana chair. Maybe just smoothly cruising your way up. No hands. You might need to rock many times. You might need to use your hands. Now, fold over your legs. Either take a halfway lift vinyasa or crow float back. Drop the shoulders. Vinyasa. Downward facing. Now, walk your hands back to your feet. Roll your way to stand, arms reach up. Palms to heart center. We're working on crow, maybe even a single leg crow today, which I find really fun, but I couldn't do it for a very long time until I suddenly could. So, crow, come into it if you know it and just hold it. Shoulders have to come past your fingertips. Push your upper back to the ceiling. I like to touch my big toes together. It's just more stable. If you're not here yet, that's fine. If you need to keep your toes on the floor, that's okay. If you're learning the pose, tune in. So you want your feet hip width apart. If you can come into crow, just take it. Otherwise, try to lay on your legs, so notice everything's touching. Wrap your arms over your knees and shins. Then you lift your heels and put your hands on the floor. Notice how far in front of the feet they are. They're not close. So, hands at least a foot in front of the toes. Bring your shoulders past your fingertips. That's the scary part. And stay here. Just hold that. Don't worry about lifting your feet at first. Just get used to holding this so you start to build your awareness of where you need to be in the pose. So you start to build your strength and stamina here. If you can't rest your shins, your knees on the back of your arms, you can take them outside of your arms and rest your shins across your arms. That's okay too. You might lift 1 foot at a time. Another good way of practicing this pose is standing on a block and have a look at what happens when I bend my arms and put my knees on the arms or across, either one. Then you bring your shoulders forward past your fingertips. You're in the whole pose. I'm in the whole pose right now. It's just that my feet are my toes are on the block. So this feels very supported. I like this. I don't like putting a block under the head. The reason for that is because if you put a block under your head, you'll look back. And I never want you to look back, because when you advance this pose, you can't look back. So there's no point practicing something that you're not supposed to do later. So hold that again, or if you're practicing your single leg variation, this is how I like to do it. I bring the knee just above the elbow. We're not here for much longer. The knee just above the elbow. The other leg is in a lunge. Bring that heel to your bottom, shoulders forward, and then you start to lift the other leg. Wherever you're at, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give your wrists a little release. We're going to do the other side. If you're doing the not singles, that's fine. Just hold with me. We're going to move on after this. All right. So I've got the knee just above the elbow. There's a little dimple there. Whee. That's if it will stay. I'm sure it will. Okay. I'm starting in a lunge because that's how I like to start this one. See how this goes. Lift, lift. Oh, this one might be more challenging tonight for some reason. Okay, lift, forward, lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that side's weaker tonight. Let's go back to our flow. Little flash of the hands first. Let's do a little drill first, very quick. 5 crow float backs, otherwise 5 half lift float backs. I'll show you what I'm talking about. If you can lift your feet in crow, drop your shoulders so they're elbow height and float to low plank. Drop the knees and step forward. If you can't get there yet, practice a float back by itself. Half lift, land in low plank, drop your knees and step forward. Half lift, do this with me. Land in low plank. So you've got to bend your arms while you're in the air. Practice that or crow float back. Let's do 3 more. Half lift or crow, drop shoulders, land in low plank. Drop the knees, step forward. Half lift or crow, shoulders dropping crow, low plank. 1 more. Let's go. Half lift, low plank or crow, low plank. Push up or back bend, down dog. Take a breath. Let it go. 2 more rounds of flow. Right leg high. Low lunge straight to crescent this time. Pyramid pose, fold. Use your blocks if you need. Back to crescent. Arrowhead. If you can, warrior 3. Back to arrow. Warrior 3. Virabhadrasana 3. Arrow. Warrior 2, sink lower. High 5, other side. Reverse, reach your left arm back. Extended side angle, maybe both arms forward, take a breath. Reverse. Right hand to the floor, twisted low lunge. Smoothly to side plank. Wild thing, left foot just behind. Notice how it's just this left side opening. Your right leg stays in side plank. Fallen star, knee to nose. Kick to your right. Maybe you'll pick up the foot and just hold it. You can bring this leg next to your ear if you want to, but you don't have to. Knee to nose, smoothly into that side plank again. Take a breath. Vinyasa, high plank, low, look slightly forward, arms to ribs, push up or back bend, downward facing. Inhale, left leg high, exhale, lunge. Crescent, reach up. Pyramid, take your bow. Crescent lunge, rise. Arrowhead, reach behind. Warrior 3, try to fly. Arrow. Fly. Arrow. Warrior 2, sink lower in the left leg. Palms touch, turn to the front. Warrior 2. Reverse your warrior, reach back. Extended side angle, maybe both arms forward. Reverse again. Left hand to the floor, twisted lunge. Straight into your side plank. Wild thing. Notice how You're still like in side plank, it's just that you're opening up this right hip. Fall and star, knee to nose, kick to the left, any version, but really open up. Holding the foot if you want, maybe leg next to the ear if that feels good. Knee to your nose, turn, side plank again. Vinyasa, high to low. Push up, back bend, downward facing. Now lift your heels, bend your knees, step hop or handstand to the front. Halfway lift, then fold, sweep your arms back. Chair, sit low. Fold or take your crow. If you're in the fold, half lift, float to low plank. If you're in crow, drop your shoulders, float to low plank. Push up or back bend into your down dog. Last round, right leg high. Exhale to lunge. Crescent, reach up. Pyramid. Pause here. Now either stay or come into splits. You might even like to play with palms together. You might even like to handstand. I'm going to hop back for that. So, pyramid splits or handstands. Just for 3, 2, 1. Crescent lunge. Arrow. Warrior 3. Arrow. Fly. Arrow. Warrior 2. Sit low. High 5, palms touch. Back of the mat, warrior 2. Bend the left knee. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Now, you can take any version. Reach forward. One arm or both arms. You could take a half bind. You could take a full bind or bird of paradise. I'm in a half bind, but notice I'm still sideways. My chest is not facing down. It's really opening up. Right shoulder points to the ceiling. You could bring this elbow just inside of the leg as well, or even reach forward. I like inside of the knee. Okay, reverse your warrior, reach back. Twisted lunge, right hand to the floor, left arm high. Smoothly into your side plank. Then wild thing. Fallen star. Knee to nose. Any expression. I'm going to slide the foot way up at hand level now and turn my chest to the ceiling. It's a great one for this bottom shoulder. And even for your obliques. Knee to nose. Other side again. Come into that side plank. Maybe you'll piece grip the big toe. High plank to low. Back bend or push up. Down dog. Last side. Left leg high. Exhale, lunge. Crescent, reach up. Exhale, pyramid. Stay here or splits. Maybe palms together for fun. Or handstands for a short time. 3, 2, 1. This is quite fun. I want to stay, but I won't. Crescent. Arrow. Warrior 3. Arrow. Warrior 3. Try to squeeze on these back glutes. Back into your arrow. Warrior 2. Bend that left knee. Reach up. Give yourself a high five. Turn to the front. Warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Take a deep breath. Extended side angle. Left arm forward. Both arms half bind, full bind, your choice. Bird of paradise, maybe. I'm going to bring this elbow just inside the knee. So I'm not resting on anything, still working that front leg. You can look up if you want. I often don't turn my head too much. I like my neck just to be comfortable. Okay, reverse your warrior once again. Twisted low lunge, left hand to floor, right arm high. Side plank, kick the leg back. Wild thing, right foot behind, right arm forward. Take a breath. Fallen star, kick to the left. I'm going to go hand level, chest to the sky. Knee to nose, back to your side plank. Vinyasa, your last push-up. High to low, keep it strong. Back bend or push-up. Downward facing, hips up. Take a breath. And now, grab your blocks if you need them to float through. Remember they're halfway down, close enough to sit between. Do the lift, so shoulders over your wrist, push the floor away, knees to chest, bottom, and then feet land. Do more if you want to. And then you can lay on your back. You're almost done. So, bring your right ankle over the left thigh, glute stretch. You could either just push the right knee away, that's fine, or hug the left thigh into your chest. If you like, you could try to just cuddle the shin against your chest. Option to have this left foot down or leg straight. So don't do this if it's a struggle. Try to keep the foot flexed. Now, if it's no struggle, but maybe a little challenge, not too hectic, you could try to bring the leg over your head. So I've given you 3 options here. Well, 4 really. So first one is to push the knee away. Second is to hug the left thigh into your chest. The third is to hug the shin against your chest. And the fourth is leg over your head. Don't go crazy with this leg over your head. You want to be able to walk away from here. When you do more advanced stuff like this, take baby steps. Give it years if it needs years. You don't ever have to do this. I just quite like it. It's quite fun. But my body's ready. Don't do something that's going to give you an injury. There's no point. Let's take another breath. Release carefully. Bring your right foot up to the ceiling. Half happy baby. Grab the foot. Pull your knee and thigh down next to your ribs. You might get your thigh to the floor. Don't worry if you can't. If you can't reach your foot, just hold the shin or the knee. Remember, our intention today is gratitude. So, what's something that you're grateful for about yourself? Maybe a few things. Lift the foot to the sky, hug your right knee to your chest, and then come to a twist to your left. Could be any twist. And just relax your body, close your eyes in the twist. Hug both knees in. Feet to the floor, cross your left ankle over the right thigh. First option, push the knee away. Second option, hug your right thigh to your chest. So those first two are plenty for most people. If you want more, if your body can, you could hug the shin against your chest. If you want the last stage, but only if it's not dangerous, you could take this leg over your head. So I'm still flexing that foot a little bit. This left hand is just off to the side for stability. Three breaths. Release the foot to the ceiling. Grab it. Pull the knee and thigh down next to your ribs, however low it will go, without force. Lift the foot to the sky, hug your knee to your chest, twist over to your right side. Back to center, cuddle both knees in, and then come upside down. So choose anything. Forearm stand, headstand, handstand, shoulder stand. Today I'm gonna do a handstand, just because that is fun. But I might just do something quite accessible, where you step up onto the wall and just bring one leg up. I'm not going to try and kick off the wall because I'll fall backwards and that would not be fun. Remember, you can simply put a block under your hips and lay on your back, your feet in the air. You could also put your feet up the wall. It doesn't have to be anything extreme right here. Let's take a few more breaths. And then just round your back so you can go to child's pose or hug your knees to your chest, or I really love plow halasana, so feet overhead. If you can't get here, that's fine. You can always hug your knees in. down. Bring your feet to the floor, knees wide, feet together. Sit on your thumbs and even your hands. Lift your chest, rest on your forearms. Tilt your head back until your head is gently resting on the floor. 5 rounds of lion's breath if you want to stick out your tongue. Otherwise, just deep breaths in and push the air out. Clearing out any heavy or stagnant energy. Deeply in. Let it go. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. One more cuddle of the knees in, rock side to side, and we'll come to Shavasana. Make it comfy as always. So for me, that's going to be blocks under my calves. Take your 5 minutes in your Shavasana, or even longer if you like. I'm going to stop the video in a moment. Let's go back to our intention of gratitude. Just think of a few things right now. One, about yourself. Maybe another about your relationships, family, friends, work, partner. Maybe another about your lifestyle. Alrighty team, remember I've got a breathwork event coming up on August 26th. If you can't make it to Sydney for that, I'm going to record it. So ask me for it if you want it. Let's take another deep breath. Sigh it away. Your Shavasana.